I have no idea how this works. This is mad cool. Edit and live cut. No, that's not what I want. Show all live. So like, can I um create video clips with live cut to share the most relevant and timely parts? Nah, I would need someone else to do that for me to create clips. Um, no, maybe we should. All right, so if it's live, can I? Oh, it shows me right there. Ah, but can I see people? I can see the chat. So let me see. Um, oh, I might need to. Oh, so it doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't go on to Twitter like that, the way it is. So if I'm like, hey, obviously I can see it myself, but then I don't know if this is gonna. What do we have here? We got picture in picture. We got everything else. Okay. But I think I may need to. Hey, oh no, that's me. Oh my God, that's me. So whenever they type, I can see it in there. Um, but then this is the one thing that I want to learn. I want to learn about bitrate and how to have like a smooth overall like bitrate connection. We'll get into talking about wrestling, a little bit of Survivor Series, and then reacting to JCW Lunacy. But I'm not sure if I can do anything on my side. Uh, so X has a cap of 4,000. X has a cap of 4,000. Okay. I mean, I could just go. I could just go with it rather than trying to fix it because this really doesn't tell me anything at all. What this really doesn't tell me anything at all. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I will be right back. I'm gonna fix the bitrate, and hopefully we'll be good to go. Um, but for the three that are watching me, thank you. But I'll be Why are we unable to connect? Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good for X. Um, or Twitter. I I forgot to do something, but okay. I was about to be like, why are we offline? We shouldn't be offline. Um, this is cool. Um, I have no idea why he does that so late for that to happen. Um, I am moving this tiny little picture in picture thing around so much. And it's just, we're gonna dive into JCW Lunacy. But yes, I got a blue check mark so that way I can see how the benefits work because I really do take content creation very seriously. It's different from everybody else and how they want to do it. Sometimes it might just be like a hobby to them. Um, so, it's really not a hobby to me. So sometimes you have to invest in yourself and also believe in yourself in order to make your content grander, better, and stuff like that. And the sound is on for um but that's man cool. I can open up the chat too and see who's chatting in there while they're watching. But I fixed everything. I fixed like my bit rate and everything. Everything is fine. Cause that's always tricky as a content creator and a streamer. It's always like, hey, um, you gotta fix your bit rate. Your bit rate is unstable or anything like that. So I guess if I were to like try Twitch as well, that would also probably work because I don't know what's up with Twitch these days other than the controversies and stuff like that. But other than that, like it doesn't really work for me. Um, cool. Um, this is just so weird. I never really thought that I would be streaming on X. So weird. And it is a Sunday, so you never know who's going to join up. Um, All right, so I posted in the group that I made. If you guys don't know, I made a Tape Study Worldwide group, which is available to join over on my profile. Um, can I just grab the link from here, or just like, you know what I noticed is there a link for the community, the group community? There should be a link for it, right? Well, you know what I could do? I could just copy this link. I am like figuring everything out. So I added a okay. I added stuff. So um if you also been following me on other platforms, I have invested in this thing, which is a tripod. I don't know how big you guys can see it, but a better tripod because this was the original one. This is a mini, and as you can see, it lost a leg. So I needed something to replace this, and this has been holding it together for the vlogs that I've done over the years, the wrestling vlogs, I should say, that I've done over the years, and anything else, Instagram reels and stuff like that. So this little guy needed to be put to rest, and so uh, I got this thing to invest in like 2026 content. I just heard myself say the word like, as in like, like this. But got this to make more videos, and I could just easily hold it or put it up on the table, and I could make videos. I could talk about wrestling spots because you guys love when I talk about wrestling spots sometimes. Other times you guys just want to say whatever it is. But yeah, so I could just continue with tape study and uh improve wrestling and all that kind of stuff. What This is just kind of weird 'cause I'm just looking at everything. Um, Survivor Series. I don't know, man. I do think that eventually they should just have traditional Survivor Series where it's just 5-on-5 elimination style. Maybe create some like new gimmicks in a way. But to have war games every single time Survivor Series comes around, I think it hurts it more than it helps it. And it's just one of those things of like maybe things in wrestling is just rinse and repeat, which is like almost everything. It's rinse and repeat, and there's nothing new or fresh to just create something new with the roster that they have. I really do want to go back to traditional 5 versus 5 elimination because I got really hyped watching SmackDown on Friday, where it was just team MFT versus Sami Zayn's team, and that stuff is still like good to watch. Other than that, it's like, do we really need war games every single time? I think like war games, Hell in a Cell, I don't know. I don't know if WWE is ever going to do like a buried alive match, but like matches where they are gonna be considered the blow off match, meaning like you have like this long ass feud, you have two wrestlers that are like, yo, we did almost everything that we could think of, now here comes like a cage match for like the final thing, and then that should be the end of their feud. And so I think like certain types of matches like that, where there is a bloodlust at the end, those should be used in a very sparingly manner. When I hear war games, I hear war games as the accumulation of a lot of bad blood between two groups that have similar story intersections, and then they have the war games match and then that's it, rather than it just being like, oh, we need to have it for the sake of it. So the two war game matches were okay. They were okay. um they were all right. The only thing that we're focusing on today in the morning is Jey Uso yeeting in the mid match as like an encore. And part of really going, I don't want to say going hard, like, but really trying to bring home like tape study and trying to talk about wrestling and analyze wrestling and break down wrestling is certain instances like this. Now, I will say that wrestling is supposed to be a party. Wrestling is supposed to be a very fun event. Like, I love when wrestling events are fun and you have a very, very good night and you get your money's worth. I'm not against that. But what I am against is that, like, you're supposed to be part of, a gimmick match that is not only important, but a gimmick match where there's a lot of stuff at stake. Now, bragging rights uh is definitely not at stake anymore when it comes to a Survivor Series War Games, because no one really brags about it after the fact, only until when the next November comes around and they do brag about it, and then it's just like, oh, okay, whatever. But um there's you're supposed to have the fans believe that War Games is the be all end all, and this is very important. Your team should be getting the win. Your team should not be just relaxing, having a rest period moment until Brock Lesnar comes out, and then you guys want to do yeeting before that. Um, that just tells me that, like, it wasn't that serious to begin with. Um, and it also tells me that the planning wasn't really there, so to speak. Uh, and I probably forgot the main point, but the thing is that, like, some people would defend, you know, Jay being Jay, which is totally fine. Oh, right. I do not want Jay to fall into the category of he's just an entrance, because he has noticed it. He has it. He has said it himself, and those are his, like, direct quoted words, that he doesn't want to be just another entrance. And I totally agree with that, because what's the point of um being another entrance when you can become a legacy? Um I really think that the him yeeting in the beginning was mad cool. It was great. It got the fans involved, but then to do like an encore, people are just gonna it's gonna feel like, oh, he's just going to have another yeeting session rather than being serious. It should be like entrance, go yeet, and then have a serious match. So that way, the serious match can outweigh the naysayers that say that he's just an entrance and there's nothing more to it. We've all seen the Usos grow um, over the years. We've all seen them grow over the years. Why can't they be a little bit more serious? And I do think that WWE also has to stop this. Uh, Somebody gains a lot of momentum, and then somewhere along the line that momentum stops, and then they are just delegated to um doing, like, taking a back seat, like being a second character rather than being a main character. And it's just really interesting to see that happen, because then I feel like they just fall behind, and I don't want people to fall behind. We should be believing that Jey Uso is main event. Jey Uso. We should be believing that Jimmy Uso is main event, and they're up to the same caliber as Roman. However, they're on their own different paths, but we can all appreciate that across the board. It's like, okay, makes sense. They're all main eventers. So the two, like, War Games matches were just like, okay. I didn't like the John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio match. And I usually like Dom's matches. I do understand that John Cena is on his farewell tour, and I've had like problems with the way that it was booked. I mean, let me let me bring up a picture for you guys. Um, oh, why did I do that? I accidentally pressed cancel when I should have pressed OK. Okay, let me just put it over this for a second. Do you see this picture right here with The Rock, John Cena, and Cody Rhodes? And this was Elimination Chamber, as you can see there, and John Cena was heel. I honestly think that they left so much money on the table with this. I would have enjoyed a heel John Cena run. But then again, we're getting that babyface John Cena run, which is totally fine too. It's still pulling at my heartstrings, no matter what. But I do think that um, they left a lot of money on the table by not really pursuing this, by not really allowing, The Rock to be a part of this, whether you don't want him to be a part of it or not. It was going to make money and it was going to be very, very interesting. Even though The Rock has like a lot of, obligations to meet and a lot of movies to do and Hollywood and all this kind of stuff. However, um, I understand that John Cena is in the spirit of giving back, and they were in Dom's hometown of San Diego, and I totally get that you want to put over the hometown guy, and John Cena is selfless like that. But the way that it happened, I was just like, this is not fun. This is stupid. So you have all of Judgment Day to take out John Cena. John Cena doesn't even become Super Cena to retain the title. And so why are we having the last time is now tournament if at the end of this tournament that it's not going to be for the title? Because um let me just do this for a second. Um that's not what I wanted to do. In this tournament, right? Out of all of the guys that are left, which is Gunther, Solo, well, Rusev and Jay hasn't fought yet. And then, wait, this isn't updated because LA Knight went against the Miz and LA Knight went over. Um, the Miz like should have won just because the Miz and John Cena have a lot of history together. But um, Rusev doesn't need the rub. Jey Uso does not need the rub. Solo does not need the rub, and Gunther does not need the rub. So if this is supposed to be a true last time is now tournament, it should have been like somebody that needed the rub, which is um Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes should have needed it. I just realized, oh wait. Can somebody in chat let me know that it was LA Knight versus The Miz, right? Because Jey Uso defeated The Miz. Like, I feel like this is wrong when it should not, when it shouldn't be wrong. But I feel like I just saw The Miz versus LA Knight. That's what I saw. Either way, I don't think that this was the right call to have a tournament. I'm very, very 50-50 on tournaments. Depending on like who does the tournament, what's the main purpose of the tournament, how is it going to be used afterwards, and also like, you know, all of the bolts and nuts of like creating a really, really good tournament. New Japan Pro Wrestling were good at making tournaments. Now it's just like, I don't know. But WWE, whenever they make their tournament, it's very lackluster, and I don't think they put enough thought into it. But I really don't think the guys that we're going to be getting that are going to be like in the finals and then John Cena's final opponent, I don't think these guys need it. They don't need it. Maybe like if it was John Cena versus Penta is cool, but I would have been totally okay for John Cena's um retirement match, like to be like the greatest hits. If we weren't, right? Um that's not what I want to do. If we weren't going to do a heel storyline with John Cena or something close to it, or something where like, you know, he runs the place because this is his last time, so all the fans that buy tickets are there to see him and like nobody else, you know, something like that, while still trying to be humble, I would have been fine if we were just playing the greatest hits. It is kind of really fucked up that we didn't have like a Miz versus Cena like one last time. I'm not hating on the fact that we had John Cena versus AJ Styles, which was cool, but you can definitely see like the online perception of like, you know, if the fans say, "Hey, can we get AJ Styles versus John Cena?" WWE was like, "Yeah, sure." And then like if somebody is like, "Hey, can we get the Miz in anything?" The internet is all like, "Oh no, the Miz can't do this. The Miz sucks, blah blah blah." Everyone jumps on the Miz. And it's like that double standard gotta like go away. The Miz has proven himself to be a worthy wrestler, even if like in the beginning days it was still like, oh, why is this guy here? He's from Road Roots. He doesn't know anything about the business. Um, but he has definitely earned way more of his keep and deserves his flowers and stuff like that. But I really would not have mind if we did a playing the greatest hits. So back to the match. Judgment Day just comes out. What I really didn't like was the spot of Dom faking an injury. Because we just had Penta probably like dislocating his shoulder. But regardless, Penta did get injured. But I just didn't like that spot to be recreated, and the way that it was all set up. And then here comes Raquel to do her finishing move on John Cena, and then John Cena takes the pop rocks, and then, you know, all of a sudden uh God is good and Dirty Dom is healed, and he runs into the ring, and then like, you know, all this shenanigans, right? Usually I like shenanigans when they are well placed. This you know, really wasn't well placed. The referee not counting, I understood why he wouldn't count. Red Shoes Uno does the same thing too, especially when he knows that a particular wrestler is always, always, always going to like cheat, aka House of Torture. So Red Shoes Uno doesn't really like, you know, want to count for that kind of stuff. But eventually he does count. As for Dom, I do think that the first part was the right choice to not count for when Dom got in there, because that was just really Dom thinks he's sly, man. He's still young, okay? He's still young whenever he does this. But I will say that instead of that, I think that this should have been a DQ. Just because of like just making it a DQ, because that it felt right in the moment to make it a DQ. But the fact that it went on, and then like all of the you know, fighting and stuff like that, and John Cena didn't even become Super Cena, and Liv coming back, I don't know if that was a good choice to have her come back, to do the same thing that she's always done, um, which is help Dom, even though, Roxanne has like taken over, to a degree. Um, but yeah, I really did not like the John Cena versus Dirty Dom match. Just because of how it was played out, and just because of, story wise it makes sense, but now what's gonna happen on the Monday night? Um, how is the Judgment Day going to feel about Liv coming back? And then, there's more titles in the Judgment Day, and Dom is gonna be like, see, I needed the ladies to help me out, I didn't need the men, or whatever the case. Because everyone seems to blame each other, and everyone seems to have an infighting in these groups, and then still become a group, but they all have like infighting, and eventually, like, they all need to have matches and understand that it's supposed to be a team effort. And maybe sometimes your team wouldn't necessarily like be out there with you 24/7, The only team that ever made it work for having 24/7 support was like the United Empire, before the United Empire was dying in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So that's the only like team that actually made it work to actually be in your corner when you had like a high profile match. However, those in the United Empire did not really interfere into matches, so we can't really like say the same for Judgment Day, you know. But that's the only team that I could think of that would go out there and like corner you without any shenanigans. But yeah, I really wish that we had a different way of experiencing John Cena's retirement tour, but it is what it is. It's just one of those things of like, uh, we get what they give us. I would like us to sort of, well, I would like WWE to sort of think about other things when they're in the writer's room, of like, hey, how well can we make this, rather than just coasting on by and stuff like that. Because it really, like, John Cena's retirement tour should be grand. Do I think John Cena probably should have been Super Cena to keep his Intercontinental Championship title? Yes. Until the last match he has for WWE. By the way, I'm going to throw this out there. We all know John Cena's last match is coming up on a Saturday night's main event. Do you think that even though The Rock has a lot of things to do, right? A lot of obligations in Hollywood, I think it would only be appropriate to close out this whole thing with John Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania. And both of them could go right off into the sunset, and that's it. I do think that should be maybe a proper wrap up. I mean, John Cena came back. John Cena decided to join up with a heel Rock that was like, I signed everybody's checks now, so they got to listen to me kind of heel, like an authority figure. And I thought we were going to get some heel stuff done. But you started with this, the picture that you see right here on the screen. Now you got to like somehow end with it. So why not have John Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania? And that's it. The last match. But yeah. Survivor Series just needs to return back to Survivor Series. That's what it needs to do. That's not okay. I want to see something before we continue. Just know that I am just seeing the comments now on YouTube, because Restream here was not showing me. Oh my God. Restream was not showing me any of the comments. Um, Yo, MD, what's up, man? I appreciate you. And sorry that I was not paying attention to your comments. Um, Sorry I was not paying attention to it. So let's just go over these comments very quickly. By the way, I am streaming on Twitter and I am streaming on youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast. And yeah, so uh, Dom never stopped shouting out Liv in his interviews and such. I don't know why people thought things would change. Um, I don't know. I mean, even though like Dom shouts her out and whatnot, like things move pretty quickly in wrestling. You know what I mean? Like things move, creative moves, people moves, stuff like that. People say John Cena's retirement tour has been bad. I just say fans are spoiled. Fans are spoiled. Fans are. Um, but I don't know, man. I wanted something else, for this retirement tour. But then again, this could have went in so many different ways to the point where like, it could have been whatever, but yeah, I would agree that fans are spoiled. Cena finished top 2 in the Rumble. Cena should have won the Rumble. Like Cena should have won the Rumble. Uh Elimination Chamber won championships at WrestleMania, had a decent heel run, won the IC title. What more do fans want? I don't know, man. I just feel like it's not all acknowledged in a way. Cuz I could be very honest with you. I don't know what I want. But I do know that I wanted something where um I guess I'm not always feeling like a little sad that Cena is going, because it's just you kind of realize that Cena has given so much to the business, and well, to me it kind of affects me in a different way. But I understand that like he finished top 2, he won the elimination chamber, he won a championship. Well, he won the championship at WrestleMania, had a decent heel run. I don't know, I just wanted something else. I'll say the Cena's retirement tour over Sting's retirement tour. Okay, I'm not arguing with you there because I don't even know shit about Sting's retirement tour, and I like Sting. I like Sting, so but it's WWE. WWE can take something so you know uh WWE could take something so tiny and make it grand. It's John Cena's retirement tour. It should be grand. And yes, I understand that Cena is retiring and that he'll still be around, but he's mainly going to focus on Hollywood. I don't even think he's going to end up being a coach or anything like that. But, you know, okay, I got to put it into this perspective of like Cena and Tanahashi are both having their retirement tours at the same time, right? And remember that I said not too long ago that WWE can take something so small and turn it into something grand, something like a spectacle, right? Why can we not have that dialogue between different promotions for different dream matches on John Cena's retirement tour? So that way, like, it could be memorable. Maybe it has been pretty grand, but you know, I don't know. I think I wanted, as I'm like talking about this out loud, I think I wanted more dream matches. More, actually, just, you know what? I'll just stop at dream matches since like he's been this is how many dates are left. This is how many, stuff is left. I really do think that him telling the world that I have like 19 dates left or like 58 dates left or like we're halfway out. I think that also messes with me too, and thinking like he didn't have anything grand, if that makes sense. because you're giving the countdown, and as a fan, you want to see all of like the greatest hits plus dream matches plus a little bit of story to basically make sure you hit all those boxes. So that way, Cena's retirement, when we look back at it, we're like, that was a damn good, pretty run. But I might be asking for a lot. I definitely might be asking for a lot. In my head, I'm like, yo, this is doable. Like all this stuff I want to make a really grand retirement for John Cena is going to work. But I just think it's me trying to put too much on Cena. But I just wanted something, you know. I would have went along with it. Other people might end up thinking that like I don't know, flip flopping or whatever the hell they want to like attach it to. But yeah, I just don't, you know, um, I while I am enjoying the John Cena retirement because uh this is what they're giving us. I still think that it could have been a little bit more better. Cena just wanted to fight his friends for the most part. He has fans food that he doesn't have any input in his matchups. Yeah, I think about that sometimes. I think about that sometimes. I think about how like he has some say in it. Plus we know Cena ain't want to do too much. Look at most of his matches. That's totally fine. Look, I'm not expecting him to pull out like, all the submissions in the world cuz I like submissions. Um but, he could do the bare minimum, dude. As long as I'm entertained and I understand the story for like when it comes to a John Cena match. I think I'll be okay. I will be okay. But yeah, those are just like my quick thoughts on Survivor Series. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. For those of you that are watching on Twitter, thank you for even watching me on Twitter because this is kind of interesting to do. But also like I do acknowledge everyone and anyone that comes into the chat. You are not just a number in like the follower count. You are a person to me when I'm chatting with you. So just know that. And this is the first time that obviously I'm using Twitter to stream and whatnot. But if anybody else has anything to say and talk about Survivor Series before we move on to reacting to JCW Lunacy, just let me know. Um, I do want to say that the group, the community that I made called Tape Study Worldwide is now um, open and available for you to become a free member too. That you could just press, join. Um, but at least Cena is going harder than Okada. Yeah, man. Everyone is going 0 to 100. You know, than Okada. Everyone is doing that. Um, so yeah, if anybody wants to join the community over at Twitter, it is in my bio. It's Tape Study Worldwide. This is where people on Twitter actually get to see a little bit of tape study where we're going to be breaking down JCW Lunacy. There's going to be a bunch of pauses and conversation and laughing and talking and having a good time. Tape study is where we break down professional wrestling matches and, talk about character and story and all that kind of stuff. Um, yeah. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Tape Study Series. We are continuing our reaction and breaking down of JCW Lunacy. right now they're going to show us a last week on Lunacy, because this week, which is episode 59, we are going to be seeing a new investor pop up. And on Twitter, if you guys have seen, if you're not following me, at Marie_Shadows. But you know, as much as we're trying to figure out who the new investor is for JCW, because obviously it wasn't Big Vito, I have been trying to ask Vince Russo to give me a scoop. He doesn't like to give out scoops, even though it might just be like, I don't know, your favorite ice cream that you want to give out to a journalist, so to speak. But we're here to analyze JCW Wrestling, or JCW Lunacy. It has been pretty fun so far for the last 3 episodes that we have reacted to. I did not know what to expect, and it has been very interesting. Let me just play this. Of course, if you are a streamer, you know that sometimes when you have Bluetooth headphones on, you have to switch everything else, because it just doesn't go to your Bluetooth headset, and then you guys couldn't hear it.
Crackhead running around here with a baseball bat. If he's got a problem.
By the way, just for a disclaimer, I know that Twitter right now, depending on like your TOS, just know that if we say cocaine, it is a wrestler. It is kayfabe. It's not like an actual thing. It's kayfabe. And if you don't know what kayfabe is, it's just wrestling is stage. Twitter, okay, just for TOS purposes and YouTube purposes. Like, I've been fine on YouTube, but because I'm streaming on Twitter, I don't know how it's gonna react. People, you know, just tend to not know how to be a person. So yeah, Twitter, just know that if we run into the wrestler named Cocaine, it is all kayfabe. It is all, you know, staged. It's not real, and I am not promoting any kind of drugs, nothing like that. Please don't do drugs. If you're going to be drinking, be responsible. You know, all the disclaimers, just because people on Twitter lose their mind for whatever reason and they want nobody else to be happy. So, yeah, if we run into the wrestler Cocaine, it is kayfabe, it is stage, it's professional wrestling. And also, Big Vito might end up dropping some more F-bombs. Like I said last week, we should have done a tip jar where every time he says the word fuck or anything like that, we should just put it in there and then laugh about it afterwards. But yeah, just disclaimers.
Why don't he come see me?
Vito, listen. I've been telling you this. You're out of control.
Oh, look who it is, a fucking crackhead with a baseball bat. Come on, motherfucker. What are you gonna do, huh?
Vito, relax.
Security! Hey, security! Get your ass in here. Now, this is what I want you to do, fellas. All right?
Is this?
I want you to get this piece of shit off the premises.
The following is an imp2 main event. No DQ.
This thing is loud on my headset.
And of course, my favorite. The match does not end until your blood is on our hands.
All right, 600 pounds in it. Right, let's go. No. Oh, Jesus. Oh, he broke that with the top of his head. Oh, shit. Southlander Willie down. A lone vengeful man looking for retribution for his fallen friend. Cocaine has cleared the ring.
You guys have got to be the worst fucking security team I ever fucking seen.
You are out of control. You understand me? This was not in the agreement. You were brought here as an investor of Money Mark.
I am no fucking money mark, and the money mark you're gonna meet next week.
You guys understand why he was like dropping F-bombs the whole entire time, man? Like, I just think it was funny. By the way, if you're on youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast, welcome. I am reading everybody who's leaving a message in chat, but if you can hit that like button for me, that does wonders for this video and wonders for the algorithm as we go through and react to JCW Lunacy.
You're not the investor. You're so fucking stupid.
Vito's not the investor, but the real investor will be here next week.
And then we're gonna get ads within this video because and I know that I know that juggalos I know that juggalos don't give a shit. I know. But I'm just saying. All right, I got to skip this part because if not it's going to get copyrighted and I'm like, "Oh my god." I'm trying to get it like towards the end. You know what? I could have just muted it so that way like, you know, it doesn't get copyrighted. Never mind. Fuck it.
I don't like you. I don't like anybody in this fucking.
All right, shut up. Shut up. Hey! Everybody shut the fuck up. You want the scoop? I got the scoop. It turns out Vito is not the investor. What? Vito is here to watch the investor's money. But the real investor will be here at some point tonight.
Good luck with that, Commish. You had such a good time with the last guy, didn't you?
You shut the fuck up, Caleb.
No, you shut the fuck up.
Oh, that was funny. I know I know you're serious. I know. I mean, listen, I usually when I drop the F bombs of like fuck, like that's like one of my favorite words. So I totally get it. It was just one of those things of like, damn, dude, I know you can say some other things other than like, you know, fuck this or fuck that or, you know, anything like that, you know. Just one of those things of like I know you can say other stuff. I mean, it gets copyright claimed, which is like a little annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. But I'll if anything happens, I'll let them know. But that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
You shut the fuck up. What are you doing? That is the commissioner. Everybody.
What?
Shut the fuck up. The bottom line is this. You all need to do your best to impress. Have good, competitive, physical matches. And tonight, you need to show and prove as a company. Because like I said, the investor will be here tonight. The real one. Now, get out there and do your damn best.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Thanks, Mr. Violence.
Get the fuck out. Hey, get the fuck out. Hold on, you guys. Listen to me. Really, Tony. I booked you guys in a hardcore hell match tonight against the St. Clair Monster Corporation. It's time we put an end to this thing with you guys and them. All right? So do me a solid and kick their asses.
I got you, boss.
My man. Whoa. Be safe. It's going to be a dangerous
Come
one.
on, Willie, we got this, red boy. Let's go get him. Turn up, I guess.
I don't think that was supposed to be funny, but I found it funny. That's one of those things of like, damn. All right. Plus we have a new like, I don't want to say like a new Hell in a Cell type gimmick match, but it is what it is. I honestly don't think that was supposed to be funny, but I find that kind of thing funny.
Hey, man, how those ribs doing? Hey, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hey, I said, wait a second. Where the hell is that crackhead, huh? What did you do with your friend Cocaine? I don't know, man. Tonight's not my turn to watch him. You got fucking jokes? Listen,
I didn't know he sounded like
by
that.
the end of tonight, you better deliver him to me. You understand? Or it's gonna be.
Yeah, I am new to JCW. I obviously there's a lot I missed. They have a specific was it playlist that's like from a year ago. But yeah, I came in at 56 because the investor came on through, so I started watching this since then. Um, but yeah, I am new. I said it last time. But yeah, I didn't know that Stephen Flo would sound like that. Um, I thought Stephen Flo would have had like not that much of a deep voice.
Be permanent brain damage in your future. Gubbies! Now get out of my sight.
The opening contest on J.
The not to get on Vito, but the capiche didn't it sounded weird.
This is why I stopped.
Oh my god. I should have I don't know if I should.
Man,
No one
just
has
when you
stopped
thought you
me.
had all the answers, more questions arise when it pertains to this investor and the future direction of JCW. We'll talk all about it in this broadcast. So apparently, Vito's just been protecting the money. We kick off action here in Denver, Colorado, with the Dark Savior himself, Suicide, a man shrouded in mystery, but perhaps that mystery pales in comparison to the doubt hanging over all of our minds in JCW currently.
Hey, at least we got back, Skeletor, aka Suicide. You know, the one that could move because I think of what two JCW shows ago they got like a different guy to play Suicide. So luckily we got the Skeletor guy back. Um, there's a few that are missing from that Showcase Showdown. The Violence is Right being one of them, and along with the Bloody Manias that are available on DVD. Oh, are you guys going to like put all of it up? Like, is that like a future plan?
From the Wolf Den, the Bad Wolf. This is Mega Wolf.
And when Mecha Wolf is on the prowl, nobody is safe. This man, a world traveler, Zach, just 24 hours ago, he was competing down in Mexico City, Mexico.
Oh well, I mean, okay, even if like you're not working with ICP, I mean, I don't know if you had like insight.
Took a red eye here because he is never one to pass up a fight. And speaking of red eyes, where is Cocaine? Ito telling Stephen Flo he has till the end of the evening to deliver him cocaine.
Got it.
Well, you can see the determination in the eyes of Mecha Wolf as he gets set to kick off in-ring action here on Lunacy. And Zach, you touched on it. All of the action that went down before we went on the air earlier today, not only Violent J rallying the troops and explaining the lay of the land right now, and that Vito has promised the real investor, the investor whose money Vito's been watching after all these weeks, he's been throwing his weight around. He or she will be here by the end of the broadcast tonight. And of course, we saw Vito confront Stephen Flo. He wants cocaine delivered. Stephen Flo's best friend, cocaine, by the way, delivered on a silver platter to Vito tonight, or else Stephen Flo's 4 bruised ribs may turn into a much more serious long-term injury. And even though you already mentioned cocaine on a silver platter, one of my favorite things let's not forget, both these gentlemen.
We got some wrestling. They also used to have their own weekly show called Slam TV, but that stopped after 2 years. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Um, yeah, we got a little bit of wrestling. They opened it up with that, and now it's a standoff, uh, standoffish.
In the ring right now suffered losses last week. This may be their last chance to impress whoever that investor is and who
Shoulder
they want to
tackles.
stay here on this JCW roster.
Yeah, the competition is hot and heavy here in Lunacy. Everybody's looking to make a statement. They can feel JCW as that rocket ship ready to take off. They can see the eyeballs more and more every single week turning towards
I
Lunacy.
didn't even hear that
And
chop.
something very special is here, and we don't know what this investor will think about luchadors, about masked men, about brawlers, about technicians. We don't know anything, and we are waiting with bated breath, as all of you
Nice.
are, as Becca will create some distance.
Oh,
Take down on Suicide. Two men with a heavy lucha libre background.
that quick arm drag was pretty good. Very nice and tight for the arm drag. Obviously whoever's playing Suicide did a fantastic job for that. But nice.
But it's Becca who's a hair quicker.
Style starts with the details. The difference.
I swear. I should have
And touching on, we have not seen or heard from Cocaine all this week, from what I understand. We saw him thrown out of the building a week ago, came back in with that baseball bat, targeting the St. Clair Monster Corporation after what they did to Stephen Flo, injuring his ribs, as Suicide gets a near
Skeletor thinks he's Undertaker.
fall on Mecca in the ring. Vito apparently has been looking for Cocaine just as anybody has, and he wants to make sure that the one man that may have access to him, Stephen Flo, can fill in the missing piece to that puzzle. Meanwhile, a raucous crowd here tonight in Denver. The fact we're kicking things off this week with an incredible matchup like this, only a sign of what's to come later on in the hour plus.
I can't be more impressed by both these men, but just to think, the travel Mecca Wolf has to do to compete here and all over the world. That's not just face paint. Those red eyes take their toll on you.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh, look
And
at
so
that.
does this.
into a domino stretch.
That octopus-style submission hold. You can see the
Uh,
neck is crimped, the upper body compromised, into a cover predicament. But Mecca Wolf kicks out.
And that's why Suicide is so gosh dang dangerous. Taking one move and changing it into a pinfall like that. You're barely recovered from getting out of the submission, and now you got to kick out.
Sakamiko, even you're on your best behavior tonight. That's the only time I've heard you censor yourself from cursing. Are you trying to impress this investor?
No.
Oh, never mind.
What am I, some kind of suck up, Joe? Would I be like that?
Well, I would hope not.
Never. That's not me.
Right now, Suicide hoping for a victory. You mentioned
oh, that chop.
rankings, the parity up and down the JCW roster. You lose 2, 3, 4 matches straight, it could take you months to recover.
I think everybody here has to have that on their mind. Even us even us commentators, whenever a new regime comes in, you tend to see some major changes. So I think everybody has to be on their best behavior and hit
And
all
then
the home runs
10.
they can, especially on the night where we're going to see this investor, whoever it is, debut.
Yeah, absolutely incredible action we're going to see as well through the course of this broadcast. Kerry Morton and James Storm could go one-on-one. Matt Cross and Ninja Mac will be an incredible battle in its own right. But you're right, Zach, we called it a few weeks ago. Oh, wait a minute, Suicide looking for that head scissors. And Mecca Wolf, the back of his neck, crimped across that top ring cable.
They have until 5, but I like that that's coming back.
We knew it was a new era Lunacy. We knew things were changing when Vito first came on the scene. I don't think we were prepared for just how drastic those words would come to pass as Suicide
drops a knee. Mecha Wolf in trouble. Could be a big win. Hook in the leg, but Mecha Wolf kicks out.
So check this out. This is
My God.
And Mecha defiant as always, taking offense, but Suicide dishing it right back. Gotta believe our world champion, Too Tough Tony and Willie Mack are preparing for their hardcore hell matchup with the St. Clair Monster Corporation. You heard Violent J make that matchup earlier today. And that, after what we saw, the madness we saw a week ago, there's no telling what those four men are going to do to one another right here this broadcast.
One of the most disgusting
Getting the crowd into it.
destructions I have ever seen in a professional wrestling ring. It looked like they were going for a deal, but then the Monster Foundation just two giant lawn dart type maneuvers, putting Tony right through head first. And I know Tony's the toughest guy there is, but even I wonder about his health after that beatdown they recently took.
Well, we won't have to wait long to find out. That's coming up in just minutes. We'll see if Tony's 100%, but right now is Mecha Wolf 100% as he rallies back. Hurricane Rana takedown.
Okay, normally I would have been expecting a drop kick at that moment rather than a a clothesline that he ducks and then Mecha Wolf does the Hurricanrana. Like sometimes things are just easier on memory. So I'm a little like, he could have did a double drop kick right there. And when I say he, I mean Suicide. Suicide could have did a double drop kick. Because that's what it felt like it was calling for.
And Suicide with a reprieve on the floor, but when you're in the ring with Mecha Wolf, you are nowhere safe at any given time.
Anywhere in the building is a danger zone when you're facing a competitor like Mecha Wolf.
Mecha Wolf doesn't see Suicide has bridged that distance.
Oh.
Trying to use Mecha's momentum against him. Briggs back in with a spear.
I'll take that.
And those eyes are the window to the soul. You can feel the energy coming through the pores of Mecha Wolf. Suplex nicely done. And he's
We're doing the Three Amigos.
hang on with it. Of course, Zach, everybody in the
nice and tight.
So heavily influenced by the late, great Eddie Guerrero.
Oh.
One of many examples here.
But that's his own twist on the maneuver.
Literally, Mecha put a spin on it with a neck breaker and nearly put him away.
That was nice.
Asking himself, what will it take to put Suicide away? We've seen Mecha battle the best in JCW, and certainly we know the new investor will be here sometime tonight. You only have one chance to make a good first impression to Mecha Wolf. That time is now. Mecha going high risk, Suicide. Bridges that distance again, and the belly-to-belly throw sends Mecha crashing down.
Hey everybody, Peach here.
Oh my God.
Suicide go to that high rent district.
Suicide looking swanton, but no water in the pool. Busaiku knee.
We got a knee, and then it's gonna fly over.
Yeah, Suicide is laying prone. And the
howl for the Juggalos.
Yeah, the battle cry leads to the frog splash. Mecha hurt himself, but he took the air completely out of Suicide and wins this thing. Well, Mecha Wolf proves that no matter how many miles traveled, no matter how many countries visited,
Not bad of a match. Not bad. Not bad for an opening match. I do think that there might have been some like miscommunications here and there depending. But overall not bad. Not bad.
Mecha Wolf can rise to the occasion and be at his best.
And I'm sure whoever that upcoming investor is, they've got their eyes on this match and all of tonight's matchup So I think Mecha Wolf has to be going home with a feather in his cap.
What an ovation for Mecha Wolf tonight in Denver, Colorado. Beloved all over the wrestling world. And every time you see Mecha, I feel like those eyes get a little more fierce, a little more intense. He bulks up in size in the right places a little bit more. Mecha Wolf is still transforming, still evolving, still moving to his final form, and getting better every single time we see him. Big win here for the Puerto Rican Lucha standout Mecha Wolf. To kick us off on JCW Lunacy, I am Joe Dombrowski
It's
alongside
Joe.
Zach Amico. And Zach, Stephen Flo has been given the ultimatum. He has to produce cocaine here tonight for Big Vito. And if he doesn't, the consequences could be absolutely insurmountable, unthinkable.
In my experience, Joe, the worst part about getting cocaine delivered is the wait. But we all just got to sit here this entire time. Will Stephen Flo betray his best friend Cocaine and do what's best for his own career? Or will the man of integrity, the artist, refuse? I guess we're going to have to find out.
More than saving his career, saving his ass. Let's be honest. No one's seen or heard from Cocaine in the past week. No one has seen or heard from our new investor. We thought it would be Big Vito. It is not. Speculation has run rampant, but whomever it is, they're going to make their presence known tonight, and I have a feeling that Lunacy's never going to be the same.
Oh, we might be in store for a brand new era here in JCW Lunacy, and I'm just like the rest of you, waiting with bated breath.
We have a great main event tonight. Cowboy James Storm and Kerry Morton. There's extensive history there that goes back a year plus. That is going to be a barn burner.
See, no one told me this.
When we come back, a rematch of a week ago, the St. Clair Monster Corporation against Too Tough Tony and Willie Mack, and it's going to be hardcore hell.
I want to see that. Oh, that's next.
I found myself where I knew.
Oh my god. Ads. An audio-visual trailer? Is this their album? Because they said that they dropped an album.
You know, Violent J doesn't even know who the new investor is. This can be our jobs. I have a fucking mortgage. I cannot lose this. This means everything to me.
It's gonna be all right, baby.
Hey,
Stop. Caleb, it is gonna be all right, buddy.
The fuck?
We got this. How do
This
you
is
know?
mad
I
weird.
don't know. You are the face of this company. There is nobody in this company that represents or is JCW more than the obsession.
Right.
That's right, and we have a huge advantage.
Stop. Caleb, I have an idea.
I swear, these are some of the skits that, like, you laugh at, and then you're also like, what the fuck is going on? Don't get me kicked off of freaking streaming and shit like that. Because it's borderline, just borderline, man. But it's fun. It's borderline.
I know how we're gonna get out of this. We are gonna go to the new investor's office. I know where it's at. We're gonna get the first meeting with them before anybody else gets a chance to ruin this. You ready?
Let's do this.
Let's go.
The following is a hardcore hell match. Introducing first.
Well, Caleb Conley's on the hunt. He's got the same questions we all do about this investor. But right now, it's time to enter hardcore hell.
Accompanied to the ring by Jasmine
hunts I've heard Jasmine St. Clair referred to as a diabolical hunt, but that had a typo in it.
Jasmine St. Clair
That had a
wasting no
typo.
time, buttering
The
herself up
fuck?
to Big Vito and getting some cash payouts in the
I
process.
think he might have been buttering her.
Oh God.
A little olive oil on the side there too,
I don't want to think about that any more than I need to.
Oh!
Introducing first, from South Central LA, he is the Chocolate Juggalo, Willie Mack.
Willie Mack showing his love to all of his JCW family. We've talked about the heart and soul of JCW, and I believe that Willie Mack and his tag team partner are 1 and 1A on that list.
I think it's hard to decide which means more to the fans, if any. They are the heart and soul, the blood, the lifeline of JCW, and I can't imagine this company without either of them.
And they've been the ones on the front line saying, Violent J, I don't know if this investor is a good idea.
Weighing in at 240 liters of rot gut, he is the Louisville Town Drunk and JCW World Champion, my homie, your homie, Two Top Tony.
Well, tonight it's not about the JCW World title. It's not about the contenders rankings. It's about survival of the fittest. Zach, a week ago, the St. Clair Monster Corporation looked poised to add Willie Mack and Two Tough Tony on that injured list with Stephen Flo. And if not for cocaine brandishing that baseball bat, things already might look drastically different. But we don't know where cocaine is. Remember, we are still speculating what may happen when Stephen Flo has to face the ultimatum that Big Vito gave him. He has until the end of the broadcast to either.
There goes Tony just sharing the love.
Cocaine's whereabouts. What will it mean to Stephen Flo's career if he stands up to Vito? What will it mean to his friendship if he doesn't? That's still to come tonight. And this, of course, is Two Tough Tony's pre-match ritual. The bond he has with his fans. A pre-match drink. And maybe you build up a little liquid courage when you get into the ring with two bona fide, verifiable monsters.
Probably build up your immune system too, sharing a bottle with that many juggalos.
Their lips aren't touching it.
That was mad weird.
Two Tough Tony.
The new Bearskin Hoodie 4.0 claims
6 times on top of the JCW mountain. He has carried that torch louder and prouder than anybody, but Zach Congo Kong has the record in history for holding it the longest.
Yeah, really, very, very impressed by Mr. Happy imitating Tony there. He really is happy to be here, even though he's a big, scary gargantuan.
Yeah, but the unfortunate thing is Mr. Happy is at his most elated, euphoric even, when he's breaking bones and damaging careers on the other end of that ring. And that's one of the reasons, Zach, I'm so concerned about Stephen Flo being a target of Big Vito and the threats that Vito made to Stephen Flo if he doesn't produce his best friend Cocaine. Stephen Flo's got 4 bruised ribs, and it's because of the Monster Corporation. You gotta believe Vito may have given some instructions to do worse to Tony and Mac if they have a chance.
What an interesting combination this is, again, to watch these 4 absolute behemoths. And let's not forget how many former JC.
So wait a minute. This is a hardcore hell match, which is the equivalent to maybe just like a hardcore match and whatnot, and like a cage match and whatnot, where you have like weapons and stuff like that. Why are we starting with a collar and elbow tie-up? Shouldn't we be starting with like, weapons, attacking each other? But we're starting with a collar and elbow tie-up.
JCW champions are also in this match. Not just Tony's got the title now. We've got Willie Mack, who's proudly worn the belt. We've got Congo Kong, the longest reigning JCW champion when he was under the tutelage of Jimmy Jacobs.
And I have not seen
Who's under the tutelage of Jimmy Jacobs?
maybe even ever somebody harness the power, the potential of Congo Kong the way Jasmine St. Clair has in this monster corporation.
She's certainly found the beast within him once again.
Oh, Mr. Hack misses in the corner. And keep in mind, as Tony mounts the turnbuckles.
Right now it's Mr. Happy versus Mr. Happy Hour.
Oh my God.
Denver counts along with Tony. And charged by
Pushes
Happy.
up.
And Tony comes back with a modified Pele kick. Can you believe it?
That's amazing.
And a shoulder tackle takes the 600-pounder down.
That is amazing.
My God.
Every single week there's another thing I never thought I'd say.
Tony Salt!
When I'm sitting here watching JCW Lunacy, and I gotta say, Pele kick by Two Tough Tony's on that list now.
This could be all 2 count only. It says hardcore hell, but I think it speaks to the danger of this match that both teams are starting out tentatively. It's like a chess game. You don't want to make a mistake early. And certainly in an environment like this, there could be massive ramifications on either side of this ring as Mack and Tony hit the double elbow. As Mack punishes Mr. Happy on a night where we will have Kerry Morton and Cowboy Jane Storm one-on-one. Later tonight,
Oh, sliding.
a crack in that clothesline. Willie Mack into the cover. Can he get the big man over on his shoulders? He does. But those extra few seconds could have cost him.
And shout out to Willie for being a nice guy, telling that cameraman to get the fuck out of the way. He would have got sent straight into the railing on that one.
Because tonight we also have a return bout of a few weeks ago. M-Dog Matt Cross and Ninja Mack to go one-on-one. That's going to be an incredible display of athleticism as well in its own right. And Mr. Happy.
Again, if this is supposed to be a hardcore hell match, why are we playing it safe? It should just be weapons. It should be mass chaos. It should be, not biting people in the head. It shouldn't, even though that's like considered, what it entails, the whole entire thing of hardcore hell. But to do regular wrestling moves in a gimmick match named hardcore hell.
Nothing athletic about that. Nothing technically savvy about that. A cheap shot to the eyes and a tag in to the big man Congo Kong. I say big man,
Yeah.
There's a difference.
One of the many big men.
Yes. And Kong is using his skull as an offensive weapon.
And what a dangerous maneuver that is. I can't remember the exact saying, but it only takes so many pounds of pressure to break that collarbone. And I am sure Congo Kong has the ability to apply that much
Rolling
pressure.
senton in a 2 count.
With those nasty, nasty headbutts of his.
No question. Well, we've seen the damage done. Willie Mack having lower back problems in recent weeks, thanks to his matchups with Congo Kong and Mr. Happy, but gutting it out, cleared to compete here tonight. Mack set for the ride, no. Step up Enziguri! Dazes Congo!
Congo might be out on his feet.
Congo doesn't leave his feet.
Oh,
Now he does.
Never mind.
And Willie Mack is directed traffic. And Two Tough Tony's left the apron, and Mack realizes, I think, it's time to open this match up. It's time to hurt some people.
And what a dangerous sight that is. Two Tough Tony digging underneath the ring.
All right, we have a revisitation of a week ago. That door giving me flashbacks of Two Tough Tony practically being decapitated in that brawl that we saw on our last episode of Lunacy.
Like I said,
Keeping him in the corner, shoulder blocking.
Door destructions I've ever seen. Tony going through head first.
Oh,
looking like.
Finally, we get to use some weapons. Finally, a chair shot showed up.
Jack in the Shining. And make no mistake about it, this is not Willie Mack and Two Tough Tony's idea of impressing an investor or coddling up to the new regime. This is
Finally.
Tony
defending what JCW is, what JCW stands for. They've been the ones to say, Big Vito, we don't like the way you run business around here.
Oh, this is absolutely a showing of.
Picked a great name, but your voice.
Morning, Aussie. Well, afternoon for over here. Afternoon. Let me play this thing and like skip the thing.
Loyalty by Willie Maggot to Tough Tony, showing Commissioner Violent J who they stand for, what they stand for, and no matter what happens here in JCW, they will always be Team JCW.
But we've seen money change hands before, from Big Vito to Jasmine St. Clair. We know the marching orders of the monster, and we know it goes beyond just winning a wrestling match. Their goals are deeper and more violent.
Chair shot, man.
Usually Jasmine only changes hands when her arms are tired.
Oh my God, sir. Damn.
Jesus. Through the door, and Tony had nowhere to go.
Oh. Talking about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Tony's not moving. And we asked ourselves earlier, Zach, is Tony 100% going into this fight? Is Willie...
Yeah, long time no see. I've been okay. I've been surviving. How have you been?
100% going into this fight. We're going to get our answers now, whether we want them or not.
By the way, for the people at home, those are doors. Those are designed to keep burglars out of your house. Well, I hope Congo Kong doesn't come to try and rob my fucking house one day, because he can just run through the fucking thing.
I do like that the commentator is talking about the doors because it is a door to someone's room, and those doors look like the ones that you can get from like Jersey. The running joke in the indies is basically you know, they got it from like some kid's room, that type of door. But yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
These fans are in disbelief of what they've seen, but it's gonna get a whole lot worse.
Yeah, I know that you quit your job. It's been a stressful change. Well, I wish you all the best. I don't know. Are you gonna search for another job? But I still wish you all the best, man. You actually deserve a vacation. So I hope that you could take a vacation.
For Tony and Mac, before it gets better, you gotta believe. And notice, Zach, nobody's attempting a pinfall. Nobody's trying to end the match, because that's not...
Oh, happy.
Well, just like the last time we saw these competitors, it wasn't about a pinfall for Congo and...
wait a minute. No!
Mr. Happy.
Imagine that reverb. Imagine that impact.
It's got to burst your eardrums.
And steel
pretty much.
Steel on skull.
He's going to be here in ringing for weeks.
And now that leaves 2-on-1 on Willie Mack if they choose Willie to be the victim, or they may decide to just put the reigning JCW champion on the shelf for as long as they see fit.
And usually Tony doesn't care what shelf you order from.
Well, if you ever want to, you could hit me up in Discord or DMs to let me know.
But the injured list is not one he wants to be on.
We're finally getting some trash cans.
And the Happy Dance preludes something very sinister.
Oh.
We saw Tony's head get caved in. Now we're seeing his insides get demolished.
Congo Kong. A celebratory Kong. I've never seen it before.
Just pin him, for God's sakes. Oh! Well, Tony was able to roll through and avoid...
The crowd is fantastic.
Yeah, I think Mr. Happy took as much as he did on that one.
Yeah, Mr. Happy landed face first. Tony absorbed some of the lower body, but it may be enough to give Tony a reprieve as the Mac is up fighting Congo. What a hardcore hell, Willie! Wow! The cannonball! My God!
The old school Cactus Jack crack smash.
And Tony is to his feet. And the galvanized steel between the eyes. But Mr. Happy will not leave his feet.
Oh boy. I don't know what he's setting up for, but it is going to be bowling shoe ugly.
Tony has never met a man in JCW, to my knowledge, with the sheer mass, the size of Mr. Happy. And it may just be too overwhelming. It may be too much.
Uh-oh. I mean, what a dangerous monster this Mr. Happy is. I don't know what
Just
he's
pushed him
going
down.
Well, Tony and Willie had an ally last week, but nobody wants to come out here knowing they may cross the new investor, but Mr. Happy!
Oh, suplex to this door.
Of his own career.
Not even a power bomb. Oh my God. Oh. Is that it? Oh wait, what? Oh.
Oh my God.
That dude had to do like a roll. Had to do a gator roll.
Congo keeps us alive for the Monster Factory and evades the wrath of Jasmine, but Tony's taking his wrist tape off.
I can't believe he broke that up. I can't believe his match isn't over yet.
Wait, Tony's choking Mr. Happy with a wrist tape.
And Mr. Happy,
he enjoys it. Look at him.
He's smiling. You can't pin this guy. You can't make him tap.
I don't know if he's in
I mean, I don't know if he feels it.
But he's certainly enjoying the fact that the lights are dimming. Mr. Happy's got no escape, no reprieve. He's getting choked out. He's not tapping. That's for damn sure. But he's unconscious.
Okay.
What a fight! Two Tough Tony and Willie Mack don't just win so much as they survive hardcore hell, and a message sent to the powers that may have been operating against them.
Talk about reaching down deep and finding that gear beyond what you thought. Tony choking Mr. Happy out. No pin, no submission. The referee had to call it before he killed him.
Yeah, the safety of these athletes is the referee's #1 priority. And Two Tough Tony and Willie Mack show, injuries aside, they will fight their ass off for the pride and defense of JCW and all that they have built. But who is the new investor? What is Big Vito up to? Caleb Conley's on the search. Stephen Flores an ultimatum. There's so much more to come, and we have cameras everywhere. Stay with us.
Yeah.
He's young. He's handsome. He's sexy. He's athletically gifted, charming, and well endowed. He is the greatest professional wrestler to ever live. He is Kerry Morton. If you happen to run a financially comfortable, extremely lucrative, and powerfully profitable pro wrestling company, then he's available to you. He's the top draw, the creamy cream of the crop.
Yep.
The son of a legend who turned out better and more famous than his flip-flop father. He's the dazzling Kerry Morton. He and his entourage must be flown in on a private Learjet with Bentley limousine transportation and rooms for 12 at a plush 5-star hotel resort. So if you truly want your show to have its unbelievable, heart-pounding, scream-inducing climax, then the only answer is he, the candy-sweet Kerry Morton. Contact his management team, get in line, and shoot your shot at landing Mr. JCW himself, the greatest athlete to ever walk the surface of this or any other flat Earth in space. The immaculate Kerry Morton.
Damn good video.
Paid for, written, and approved by the God of Gods himself. The towering bucket of sweetness. The slick, sly, and seductive Kerry Morton.
times I gotta tell you, huh? Leave me alone. I am not giving you any information about the investor. This is the worst thing you could do for me. You invaded my privacy. Oh my God, take a walk. Get out of here. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What the fuck?
Do I know you?
No?
Hold on a second. Oh, Jeff.
Oh.
How long has it been? It's been like 5, 6, 7 years. You
Oh.
left town. You even missed your sister's wedding. I couldn't believe it. I was there. You know, what you weren't. All right? Now, I want to tell you something. You skipped town. You missed your sister's wedding. All right? You owe 10 grand. You never thought you were going to see me again, right?
Oh my God.
Surprise, you have. You owe big. It's been a while. No. I don't want to hear no begging. I don't want to hear no pleading. Here's how it goes. You are on the clock. You understand me? You're on the clock. And I want my money. And I want it in full. You understand? Do you understand? I understand. Good.
Oh my God,
It's
man.
okay. It's going to be okay. All right? Have a good day.
Oh, Jesus. Is this an ad? It's an ad.
Well, Joe Dombrowski, Zach Amico back with you. It's clear to me that there's a past between Big Vito and Jeff the Rap that we don't know about, but from the past to think about the present and indeed the future of JCW Lunacy, before we go off the air tonight, the new investor of JCW that Big Vito's been representing is going to be here, and with as much of a bully as Big Vito has been, Zach, it scares me to think about there's somebody higher up than him on the food chain.
There's somebody he answers to. How scary is that? And speaking of scared, if I was Stephen Flo,
yeah,
I'd be shitting my pants right now looking for cocaine.
Stephen Flo will be Big Vito's next victim tonight. He has till the end of the broadcast to produce his best friend, his tag team partner, Cocaine. We have no clue where he is. But if he doesn't show, Stephen Flo will be a recipient of those consequences and repercussions, and he may be on the outs permanently as well. We will find out, but right now, we head back to the ring for an exciting return match.
Following singles bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
A return match.
From Cleveland, Ohio, he is the Misfit, Matt Cross.
Well, the man that would be hero, right, Zach? This is a man who has 24 years of tenure in JCW, but as of late has felt like he's been cast aside in favor of some new toys, but Matt Cross takes it personally.
And his opponent. Flying out of Tokyo, Japan.
Oh.
Fighting out of Texas. He has twice competed in the New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors. Ninja fucking Mac!
And one of those new toys is in the ring.
If anyone knows security.
With Matt Cross right now. Matt Cross, a man who's broken his back for this company, a man who's innovated the indie style. He's got a major chip on his shoulder with the way he's been treated by both the back and by some of these fans. He demands respect that maybe some of these people are a little sick of his attitude. Well, meanwhile, Ninja Mac, a fucking house of fire that people can't wait to see more of him.
Ninja Mac has really burst on the scene in a big, big way these past 2-3 months. The innovation, the way he can defy gravity, the viral moments, the world records, and we saw
We're shaking hands.
a couple of weeks ago matchup, but we know Matt Cross does not go away quietly. We know he doesn't let things just by the wayside. And there you see Ninja Mac, a series of handsprings into the takedown, but Matt Cross responds in kind and keeps himself vertical. And Ninja does the same.
A stalemate, Matt Cross.
Stalemate. Stalemate is one thing.
Innovative maneuvers.
Listen, to me, Ninja Mac in 2025 is what Matt Cross was 20 years ago.
He's right next to the ropes, like.
And I'm not saying that as a disparaging comment to anyone in this situation. Listen, when Matt Cross started here in 2001, he was a virtual unknown. He had all the potential in the world, but it was Violent J that saw something special in Matt Cross, that plucked Matt Cross out of Brecksville, Ohio, and took him on the road across the country representing JCW. And Matt Cross never looked back. 30-plus countries. Matt Cross has more miles on an airplane than probably any unsigned wrestler in the world. And that started with the bond between Violent J and Matt Cross, forged almost 25 years ago. And Zach, I hate to see it go dark. I hate to see Matt Cross resent Violent J and forget where he came from, but that's where we are.
2.5 decades of friendship comes crumbling down. If you remember, it's because Matt Cross wanted, I believe, a 4th title shot against William Meg, and Commissioner Violent J said enough is enough, back of the line.
Cross has bigger problems now. Wow.
Damn.
Ninja drop just scored flush.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Ninja Mac
This is so interesting.
And I don't think there's anyone in the world this day and age that can do things quite like Ninja Mac can. As you hear that whoop whoop cry, and again, you talk about the irony, Zach, that used to be a specialty maneuver of Matt Cross once upon a time, before Matt Cross decided to resent the world and not give them the type of maneuvers that they love this much.
Well, like we have said many times, he broke his back to this company. There has to be a time in a man's life where he goes, who am I competing for? Is it me and my family, the people that I go home to at night? Or is it these people that are just going to move on to the next flash in the pan?
1 count off the backbreaker. One thing's for sure, though, Matt Cross has been looking incredible as of late. And he is somebody that I think can score very big any given night. And let's be honest, I mean, his next JCW World Title match, whenever that is, he could win easily. He's that good.
He is that far. He is one match away at all times from being a #1 contender, an incredible pedigree, and somebody who you could see in a JCW title match at any time. Crowd not loving him right now, though.
Well, maybe Matt Cross gets some more love and appreciation.
I've said this before on other reactions to JCW, is that if you are a young wrestler looking to get in some reps, you would work like a JCW crowd for the crowd, because that teaches you how to be a heel, how to be a babyface, how to interact with the crowd and whatnot, and excuse me, and that's what wrestlers need, a little bit to be all around, you know.
From this new investor, who knows? Because Cross is looking for it here in Denver and not finding a damn bit of it. Oh, hard on the buckle. And you can almost feel the scorn and the resentment from Matt Cross as he sends Ninja Mac in lower back first.
Feel the scorn. I saw the fucking ring move, Joe.
Don't forget, it was the beginning of the show tonight. Big Vito told Stephen Flo he has until the end of the night to turn in his best friend to present cocaine to Big Vito. We haven't seen that happen yet, but what will happen if he doesn't? We'll answer that question in this broadcast.
He could have went for just a cover there, dude. Like, he looks like he's out.
Ninja Mac's family instantaneously. And there you see the standing corkscrew. That could do it, near fall. And I don't this investor is, but whomever it is, they got to be looking at Ninja Mac right now and seeing nothing but money.
Oh, I'm sure whoever they are, they have dollar signs in their eyes when they look at a competitor like Ninja Mac.
Style starts with the details. The difference between
Certainly, though, anything and everything could potentially change from us up here in commentary to the talent roster to our set. You never know. Oh, everybody's jobs, everybody's positioning.
Nice.
To me is in peril until we have answers. But Matt Cross looking for a 3 count, and Ninja Mac slides his shoulder.
Thanks for reminding me we're on that list, Joe. I don't think about myself enough. You're right.
Well, I mean, it's important.
I gotta start being more selfish, is what you're saying.
I know you too well personally to advise that, but I will say that everybody should have their head on the proverbial swivel because none of us know what's coming next or what direction it's coming from, but we'll find out some of those answers right here tonight on Lunacy.
Oh.
Matt Cross looking to find a springboard elbow, but Ninja Mac a hair quicker.
Oh, ref bump.
Cross pushed the referee in his way. That was intentional, damn it.
He's checking on the ref. Well, he hasn't seen
Double stomp.
But into the thrust.
You're telling me that Ninja Mac could recover from a double stomp to his back by doing a super kick, and doing the super kick basically takes a lot of more energy to do, and your back is already hurting. So like your back and your nerves, you have to lift up your leg. Like what? Sell the double stomp for Matt Cross. And then falling back on Matt Cross, like, okay.
This should be it. There's no one official to make the count.
There's no ref. He had him, but it don't count. It don't matter.
And the reason there's no ref, Zach, is because Matt Cross pulled that referee into the line of fire.
Well, I certainly didn't see that. I saw clumsy-ass Ninja Mac barrel into this poor official, and now he's acting like he's a fucking victim.
Commentating is great.
Well, they're pissed at the ref because he dare have got collided with, but it wasn't his fault. But hey, there may be a silver lining in that because if we get to see the Ninja Bomb on Matt Cross, there's no getting up from this. Is Ninja Mac gonna usurp Matt Cross in aerial insanity?
Oh.
Crash and burn. He landed on the back of his head. Matt Cross seizes the opportunity.
He's got the tights.
Yeah. And Matt Cross wins it.
Hold on. Can we? Okay, so hold on.
Is Ninja Mac gonna usurp Matt Cross in aerial insanity? Oh no! A crash and burn.
Okay.
He landed on the back of his head. Matt Cross seizes the opportunity.
He's got the tights.
Yeah. And Matt Cross wins it.
That was a little like scary bump, but I think he landed more on his shoulder, and then like the whiplash was his back. It was the back of his head.
Well, something tells me the veteran instincts of Matt Cross may have been laying in wait, setting Ninja Mac up to fail. Maybe it's better to be lucky than good. Maybe it's better to be a thinking man's wrestler than a risk taker. But either way, Matt Cross, Violent J in his corner or not, these fans in his corner or not, Matt Cross, the misfit, stands tall. Ladies and gentlemen, we understand our cameras are following Caleb Conley. He's looking for Big Vito, and we hope to have an update when we come back.
I started my degree in 1986.
You know something, Jasmine? You keep screwing up. Those goons, they've messed up again. I want the money back. This is why we don't work out. This is why our relationship is in the toilet, right?
What?
We only do two things good, and I can't stand you anymore. All right? Don't call me.
Oh my God.
Hell!
Oh.
You guys get out of here. Leave me alone.
It's the outbreak.
Help! Help! Get off, Jackson! Abel! Body of Christ! Not here! Body of Not Christ! Now! Body of Christ!
Oh my God, body of Christ. Like, Vito.
Obey! Obey!
Not now.
Not these guys! Now. Didn't I tell you I don't want these guys around me? Huh? Didn't I tell you that?
If you want me to control them, it's not that I can't. I simply won't.
How about if I kick the living shit out of you, huh?
The fuck?
Back up! Father, come on! Father, come on!
Vito wants, like...
Here.
Vito wants to kick everybody's ass. It's hilarious. He wants to kick everybody's ass.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Listen, I don't know from what world you come from, all right? But this is my world. This is my place. You understand? And listen, we're gonna do things my way.
Oh my God.
Got it?
We said that before.
Fail to understand, Mr. Vito, is the only one who can control them is me. And they're getting rather restless. Because you see, they are starving for advancement.
You want it?
And we would like you to send a message to the new bigwig in charge.
I ain't gonna send shit to no.
Oh my God. Vito. Vito, if you want to survive, you just do it. Just let him know.
I'm gonna take care of this myself. I'm getting out of here.
What?
Your greatest fears of the undead shall soon be validated, you foolish man.
A Nox Pro advertisement.
This is really what made me right here.
That's what Nox Pro's all about, baby. Every single one of you are here today because you believe in Nox Pro.
Is that dude okay? Oh.
That's what happens when you don't stay in your lane.
I want you guys to fucking make it.
Now I can understand why they probably, well, not they, only one person, thought that the incident not too long ago would have been a very good fit. But that was a Nox Pro ad. And you guys saw Tommy Invincible. Tommy Invincible made the cut.
Mr. Vito, sir.
Hey, wait a second. Who are you guys? Don't you have any manners? All right? I own this office and this is my place. Don't you not?
Mr. Big Boss Man, Vito, sir, so sorry about that, sir. We're on high end today. It's a big day. What I want to tell you is this is Caleb Conley. This is the investment.
What investment? He's the guy with a friggin' strap on.
He's the guy with the strap on.
The strap.
All of these sexual innuendos. That's hilarious. It's just
The strap. He is your American champion. He represents America. He represents you. And as your investment,
my investment,
we think we should just be able to meet the investor. That's all.
You want to meet the investor?
Yes, sir.
Why should I introduce you to the investor? Who do you guys think you are? Are you any importance here? Huh? Do you hold any value? Are you anybody who I need? Are you?
We can be those guys you need, sir. Anything you need, we are those guys.
Anything I need.
Anything.
You guys can do it.
We can do it.
You can do it better than the guys in that locker room in there.
Oh my God.
Every single one.
Every single one.
I feel like they're setting up for a punchline like joke. I feel like they are. They're setting up for a punchline joke.
All right. Let me think about this for a second. You know what? There is something small I need you to do.
Ugh.
To get you in good with the family. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. There's these two guys who've been busting my balls. All right? They walk around here and they got this face paint on.
Oh no! No!
They're zombies.
No! They fought them once before. No! Don't do that to them again.
I want you two guys to put a hit on them and take them out.
No!
Can you do that for me?
You damn right we can.
You can?
No!
Once you do that, come back and see me. I might have another job for you.
Got
Sound good?
Let's do it.
No!
Thank you.
Boss man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm that cutie with the booty.
Oh, my name is Vito. Nice to meet you.
I just wanted to introduce myself and say if you need anything.
Anything.
Boss man.
I would like to keep that in mind.
Come on. I mean it.
I'll get you. Leave your number at the desk.
Can't just give him my best friend. What the hell am I gonna do? You're gonna do the right thing, Stephen Flo. You do the right thing.
Morning, Pete.
Welcome at this time the American champion, Caleb Conley, and his manservant, Jeeves.
Oh, this is happening now?
Well, Stephen Flo said he's got to do the right thing.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure what that means, and
I've never looked for cocaine.
So this is a rematch because I've already reacted to these two guys taking on the Outbreak. This is when G's was like, no, I can't, zombies are not my thing. And so they lost the match. So we're gonna see what happens. Now G's is wearing a lot of protective gear.
In the mirror, I've looked for it on a mirror.
well, I'm looking for Jeeves amidst all that bubble wrap and a helmet, for God's sake.
I honestly need a behind the scenes vlog with these guys because I would like to know how they did all that. Even though it's kind of simple, you buy the bubble wrap, you probably just wrap it up, just wrap it up like this and whatnot. But I would still like to see the process and then all the jokes that they play on each other, just so that way it can, be funny. It'll be like a nice little extra content for that.
To be honest, the helmet's an improvement for Jeeves.
Take care of those dumbass zombies. Outbreak, get your undead asses out here right now.
Well, Caleb Conley obviously trying to curry
This
favor.
chick, man.
Who this new investor is, the entitled juggalo looking for privileged information. But at what cost?
Somebody needs to let me know if that's like, that has to be his girlfriend or something.
I guess you're scared? What's going on?
Takes a while to move, you know.
It does. It does.
Caleb's looking for Barnabas the Bizarre.
Caleb Conley, be careful what you wish for they are the unstoppable infection. Jackson, Abel, the Outbreak.
We know, Zach, they identify as zombies, and we're not really sure the mechanics of how Barnabas programmed them of one mind to function in this way, to be impenetrable, impervious to pain, to roam for their next victim. But bottom line is, Jackson and Abel are of the mindset they need fresh victims. And Caleb and Jude,
Oh my God.
this match, I guess this is a match.
impromptu tag team contest. And this is underway. We know Jeeves is deathly.
You know what would have like helped out, but then again, this is me just thinking about the extra content portion that sometimes wrestlers and promoters leave on the table. But then again, you don't want to give like too much. But like I said before, that this is a rematch basically, where Caleb Conway and Jeeves. Well, Jeeves was scared of the outbreak and he wanted nothing to do with them. He doesn't like zombies. And he really had Caleb like wrestle by himself in the match. And eventually, obviously they lost because it was just like a handicap match. But I think that this it would have been very funny, a little extra funny, that after they talked with Vito was like, yeah, you guys should go take care of the outbreak for me, go take care of the zombies, blah blah blah. um you saw it in Jeeves' mannerisms and face that he was like, oh my god, not again. And then they have him in bubble wrap. So like try to connect the dots that way. It would have been a little funny segment if like the cameras would have still been rolling for the B-roll footage, right? And follow them a little bit backstage, and obviously Jesus like, no, I'm not doing that again and whatnot. And then Caleb was all like, don't worry, I got the perfect idea, because last time you abandoned me, and now we're gonna try out my idea my way. And then like showcase them wrapping him up in bubble wrap. I do probably understand that they want to keep these shows like under an hour at least. Well, not really under an hour, because this is what an hour and 30 minutes and 34 seconds, at least under 2 hours, not to like really go overboard and stuff like that. So I think that they could have done a little bit extra with that, because these two guys are, funny, not like overly like funny, but like you want to see how they grow. You want to see how they, interact as a team and whatnot, because they're so different. You have Jeeves that's supposed to be like the manservant of Caleb, and then Caleb doing, his thing, and he thinks that he's hot shit. And then you have the girl. You need a little bit extra time on their story, on their growth. But then again, you don't want to reveal too much. But I think that that would have been a nice little extra step where, like, now they have to confront the zombies again. Only one person doesn't like it, but then we have this idea, let's put them in bubble wrap. And then, bam, this is how we get there.
Afraid of zombies.
Did you see the look in Jeeves' face when he realized what his assignment was for tonight?
Yes.
He panicked.
Well, keep in mind the fact that Jeeves
was
scared to fight the outbreak. That was a cause for some of this tension between Caleb and Jeeves. And now that, what did Caleb and Jeeves call her? The ring rat?
I think that young woman, that buxom.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime.
Beauty, that is the ring rat.
Well, and she's not in this match, by the way. Get out of here.
She's reviving him.
Well,
oh my god.
Closed doors, thank you.
Or open, I'll watch.
Does Caleb need this much of an entourage? Is he that self-entitled, this important? He needs two people feeding his ego now?
Well, he is the obsession.
Well, now that Jeeves has maybe some competition for Caleb's attention, he better not screw this up. He better not cower away. Tag in.
All right.
Oh, tag. He's biting him?
Looking like a zombie versus a special needs mummy right now.
Jeez, he's with the helmet.
It looks like a zombie versus a special needs person right now. Oh my god, sir. I mean, listen, life's tough. Get a helmet, right?
To the midsection, and he almost put away.
That is funny.
Zach, you've seen a lot of horror movies, I know, in your life. Have you ever seen a zombie film where somebody fends off the zombies with bubble wrap?
I have
no.
To say, innovative in the very least.
Okay,
but sure. I love that he still has the Velcro title around his waist outside of the bubble wrap.
That is the
he wants people to know.
Yeah, the self-professed American territory champion. I believe he's the champion of like Puerto Rico and Samoa, maybe Guam, whatever else counts in that particular geographical location. But not really impressed to anybody else other than
Jeeves and maybe Caleb, who's had all the spotlight. Can you believe that young woman came out of the crowd to help Caleb? And Caleb is so desperate for attention and acceptance, he just decided to take her on as a accompaniment now?
Yeah.
Usually when somebody hops that barricade, their
Oh.
reward is a trip to the police station.
Oh, what a slam.
Even worse, now you got to hang out with Caleb and Jeeves.
Tag it to Jeeves, the manservant. How does he even see properly? How does he walk properly?
I mean,
big splash. Nobody there, you idiot.
oh my God.
That's Abel that got out of the way. Keep in mind, Barnabas told Vito, we want a tag title match. We want to climb that ladder, and maybe a victory here would, convince some of those doubters. Or maybe, if Caleb eliminates this problem, he'll get some privileged inside intel on the new regime. That's what's at stake here. Caleb got a head start on kissing ass, knowing him.
Oh. What?
And Caleb gets
what happened?
Yeah, wow, right across the throat.
What?
Incapacitated.
Caleb to the outside, and it's Star Team. That's what's at stake here. Caleb
Wait, they got kicked?
on kissing ass, knowing him.
Oh my God.
Start on kissing ass.
Okay.
And Caleb gets dropped.
It was a mistake.
Yeah, wow, right across the throat. He may be incapacitated.
It was a mistake.
To the outside, and I believe Jeeves, he's and of course the ring rat or whatever the hell her name is, goes right to Caleb. So concerned. Give him mouth to mouth, for God's sakes. Jeeves might actually need mouth to mouth. Swing and a miss.
He's got to be worried that bubble wrap coming undone. There's pieces of flesh getting exposed.
More than worried. This is nightmare come true. Jeeves is absolutely terrified. He's in a panic. He can't move.
Caleb completely.
And he got
Wait.
dropped. And the outbreak. Send another message. Another
wow. Listen, somebody else at JCW Lunacy needs to create their own little, I guess, monster thing to go after the outbreak. But with all these wins racking up, eventually they'll get a shot at the tag team championship titles, which I have no idea who is the champions. I don't remember.
Caleb seemed to be completely incapacitated on the floor, but then
do you think he's completely incapacitated, Zach?
I would believe nothing less. He's a man of integrity.
He's a selfish prick. Where have you been? It's a mess out here with Caleb Conley, Jeeves, and whomever this lady is.
The ring rat.
Oh my God.
With such conviction. The ring rat. Well, you gotta wonder who's gonna earn Caleb's attention and admiration tonight, or who's going to have to work harder to get it. I don't want to think about that any more than I need to, but I do want to think about all the future that's going down in JCW. It's going to change here tonight. The investor will be revealed later tonight, and there'll be breaking news on this matter. We want you to follow along on your favorite social media channel. Follow JCW Lunacy and Juggalo Championship Wrestling, and follow Violent J on Instagram. And Zach, I know you know where to send everybody to get those fresh duds.
Absolutely. If you want to be the freshest dressed ninja on the block, I need you to go to shop.insaneclownposse.com or psychopathicvault.com today and make sure that you look fly as hell.
Still to come, our investor will reveal themselves. What does it mean for the future of Lunacy, of us, of everybody in that locker room? But up next, our main event, it's Kerry Morton and the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm. Don't go anywhere.
Blast from the past. Blast from the past. JCW. Blast from the past.
Don't you knock around here?
Oh my God.
I'm not. This is my place. For now, it's your place. What can I do for you? For now, it's my. What's that supposed to mean? You're gonna find out soon enough.
Oh my God.
What do you want? I'm gonna tell you something, Vito. You don't have no right booking matches. You understand me? That's my job. Your job? Why? Because you're the commissioner? You damn right, because I'm the commissioner. Something funny about that? Yeah, there's something funny about that. Let me.
I know we're supposed to be going with the investor storyline, but technically, I I don't know if I would put the label of commissioner on Violent J. I see Violent J as like the guy, the booker, but they're gonna put him as a commissioner. But it's probably not that big of a deal. But either way, I don't know. Commissioner? He'll have to be a commissioner if beforehand on like episode 56 the true investor was basically revealed, because when you become an investor and you have most of the stake in the company, you're essentially the boss, and like you can sign people's checks. So yeah, I don't know.
Tell you something, okay? You better back up. I swear to God, I'm gonna crack your head off. Get your finger out of my face.
Oh my god.
I didn't book anything. I didn't do anything. Those guys volunteered to participate tonight. Do you got me? Now, if you don't
That is one way of putting it, Vito. One way of putting it.
have any more business in here, get out of my office now. Fucking douchebag. What did you say?
Sir.
There's gonna be a time, Vito. It's gonna be you and me. I look forward to it. Now leave.
Oh my god.
It is now time for your Lunacy main event. Please welcome to the ring, from the Department of Corrections,
Department of Corrections. Oh my God.
Officer Mike, your special guest referee.
What?
Well, Mosh Pit Mike usually beloved, but taking a page out of the police side of things, not going to endear yourself.
He really came out to an Akon song? Oh my god, man. This guy of 1,001 gimmicks.
Introducing first,
Southern Saints, Southern Saints, Southern
from Bristol, Tennessee,
I can't read that.
of the Southern Six, self-proclaimed Mr. JCW, the Climax, Harry
The most detested and despised man in all of JCW, Kerry Morton, just exudes that energy that makes you want to punch him square in the face.
Hey, speak for yourself, Joe. Sure, he's despicable. Sure, he's a snake. Sure. But, I mean, come on, look at all that charisma.
Well, Kerry Morton has a lot of great things going for him. He's a former tag team champion. He's a former world champion. And as much as I hate to say it, he's in the best shape of his life currently. That's not why, though. Ew.
Greaseman, Lunacy, Bearskin, Beer Can,
The hell?
Johnny Cash, listen.
God, man. These people are crazy. It's James Storm.
I'm for music. It's gotta be my new one.
Oh my god.
once upon a time was a running buddy of Kerry Morton in the Southern Six, but once James Storm realized that he was pushed to the backside and it was all about putting the spotlight on Kerry, James Storm realized, this ain't for me, guys, and rebelled in very violent fashion.
Lots and lots of history between these two. Partners, rivals.
Yeah, two Tennessee natives, but maybe couldn't be further diametrically opposed. A fearless, beer-drinking street fighter versus Kerry Morton, a conniving, lying snake of a pretty boy.
And let's not forget the X Factor here in the match. Correctional ref Mike.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much Correctional Mike has in his training background as far as if he's gone to the Jeff the Ref School of officiating or not.
I don't think he goes to Jeff the Ref School of Gambling.
Well, I don't want to speculate on what that issue might be with Jeff and Big Vito, but be that
You're outside.
Big Vito's got other issues in mind because the clock is running down for Stephen Flo to make a decision. Does Stephen Flo rat out his best friend? Does he bring cocaine to Big Vito?
Oh my God, the Channy, you're a bitch.
I just want this moment to speak for itself for a minute. Does Stephen Flo deliver his best friend on a silver platter for God knows what to happen next? Or does Stephen Flo risk his own livelihood and well-being and rebel against Vito's wishes? And whoever and whatever the decision is, there's an investor that's got his eyes on this situation because we're still going to find out who Vito's working for. This hour, this broadcast.
One of the most tangled webs ever woven. My head is spinning trying to keep track of everything we got going on right now.
Well, that's Kerry Morton's head right now spinning as he tries to strategize how to get through the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm, one of the most decorated athletes. Any company he's been, any environment, James Storm finds
Nice
a way to
lockup.
excel.
Oh, that
Kerry's head should be spinning.
that escape was perfect and flawless. I have never seen an escape like that out of a collar and elbow tie up and then pushing to the corner ropes. Very flawless.
As if he's looking around the room trying to figure out which one of these fine juggalettes will have the privilege of going back to the hotel room with him tonight. Let's not forget, this guy's from Morton, all right? His dad had more sex on the way to the ring than most of us will have in our lives.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it's a case of Kerry Morton finding somebody who maybe could stomach him, might be the better apropos term. I don't think
someone will wind up in their stomach, I'm sure.
Oh, okay, that's enough out of you. I don't think
that's what they're going to tell him.
I don't think Kerry Morton has 1/100th of the charm or likability of Ricky Morton or Paul Morton. It skipped a generation to be sure. James Storm looks to send Kerry. No, reversing that side headlock. Great technique by the veteran. Storm a takedown. Pace quickens. And Kerry wins
Nice.
the block, but James Storm reverses.
Poor Kerry going ass over tea kettle there.
Hard to get James Storm to go anywhere he doesn't want to, and Kerry tried to get the foot up. Storm was able to dodge it.
Up and over. Wait, oh.
And it's going from bad to worse for the prodigal son.
He's got him by those Morton family jewels.
Yeah, Twister.
Ref, what are you doing?
The ref didn't see anything. Or he did.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this won't feel any better.
Uh-oh.
For a correctional officer, this guy's pretty fucking lenient.
There will never be any fourth generation Mortons in pro wrestling.
Not if James Storm has anything to say about it.
And corrections officer Mike is counting. Kerry Morton just stole some of James Storm's beer. Did you see that?
Hey!
And Storm got it back.
That's against the rules.
Oh, how many times has he done
Against the rules.
Everybody cheered. And Kerry does it, and he's a fucking asshole.
He is.
Turnabout is fair play, Joe Dombrowski.
Well, Kerry, I can't say I'm surprised. Just disappointed, but not surprised.
That's what one of those ladies is going to say tonight as well.
Well, surprised or disappointed, or both?
Exactly.
Okay.
Disappointed, but not surprised.
There you go. Kerry Morton raining down with the pressure on James Storm. Head of steam. And the back break. And a strut that'll make Jackie Fargo, the late great legend of Memphis Wrestling, roll over in his grave time and time again.
A strut that'll cause a mile of smiles here in the Mile High City, baby.
Kerry Morton punishing Storm in the corner. Kerry Morton, keep in mind, the reigning JCW Battle Royal champion, after he disguised himself as Bigfoot and eliminated his own father to win the match.
Oh, wow.
And James Storm turning things around.
Oh, raking the eyes.
I was worried for him.
Thank God. You got money invested in Kerry Morton's chest?
Not his chest, no.
Oh, well, thanks for clarifying.
That would be a silly investment.
I was the first one to.
Well, try to show some unbiasedness if you can get around to it before we're off the air. Maybe the new investor won't like biased commentary.
You're very right, baby. Wow, really put that in perspective for me, Joe.
James Storm trying to fight back Kerry Morton. Notice how quickly Kerry got back into position to keep James Storm from taking a high risk. Oh, that'll sting.
Uh-oh.
And Kerry Morton. Little whirly bird action.
Oh.
Kerry Morton escaped what would have surely been an 8-second ride. Last call. Kerry counters. Step
okay.
Oh, that beautiful knee. You know Kerry's so proficient with those knee strikes. This could be it. 2 count only.
That was a little slow. I got to tell you, corrections officer Mike could have gotten his ass down there a little quicker.
Yeah, he could have.
Respect to Mr. Morton.
Mr. Morton. It's not about respect. It's about calling it.
It's full day. Carol.
And Mike fighting back. Oh, you're not going to push around corrections officer, Mike.
I'll make a fucking example out of you.
What?
Kerry's hot under the collar now.
Oh my God.
Oh, excuse me for just laughing my ass up when Kerry's pissed off.
Hey, he's a passionate guy.
Oh, good. Imagine if he used his passion to have an actual. I'm trying to listen into this. If Kerry used that passion for good. Oh, last call! Kerry just ate it! James Storm wins it!
I still miss beer money.
Tennessee Cowboy scores a big win, and once again, Kerry Morton was his own undoing, and the last call proved it was time for the Tennessee Cowboy to move on with a victory.
That beautiful last call super kick, smooth as Tennessee whiskey. But the night is not over, Joe.
Well,
don't forget, we are still waiting to find out. Will Stephen Blow produce cocaine for Big Vito?
Yeah, but those life-changing decisions are moments away. But right now, it's all about James Storm celebrating a big victory over Kerry Morton in Denver. A Jeep arriving outside here in the building. Is this the person we've been waiting for? Stay with us.
That Jeep also has little tiny ducks on the dashboard.
The events that broke all the rules and shattered promotional boundaries are finally available. Together, surviving or accept of Tillman Digital.
Oh. It's a moment of truth for Stephen Flo as Big Vito, the man watching the investors' money, makes his presence known. There's been an ultimatum to produce Stephen Flo's best friend, Cocaine, or Stephen Flo will have very serious consequences. And it looks like the hourglass is running empty.
Unless that hourglass is full of cocaine.
All right, all you juggalo assholes. Let me say it again so you can understand it. All right, you juggalo assholes. There's a song you go by around here, and it's called Fuck You.
It's a song.
What I want everybody to do in this place is to take a rag and wipe that stupid fucking clown music off your fucking faces. Y'all look like a bunch of jerk-offs.
Oh my god.
And another thing, there ain't no Faygo juice tonight. I canceled that shit.
Bagel juice?
I can't hear you. What did you say? That's what I thought. You said nothing. Did you just throw shit at me?
I hope Vito knows
you threw shit at me like I threw dollar bills at your mother last night.
Oh my god.
They say volatile environment, Vito.
Now let's get to the agenda at hand. There are no heroes here at JCW. So how about if we bring out this asshole and let him answer a few questions?
There isn't no heroes in JCW. I don't know. We might need some heroes.
I cannot imagine the weight on this man's shoulders, the pressure on his mind. Stephen Flo worked his ass off to get here, worked his ass off to be part of Lunacy, but now he's between a rock and a hard place. He has to sacrifice his career or sacrifice his best friend. And keep in mind, Zach, he's making this decision with three or four bruised ribs. He's not 100%.
A very scary situation for Steven.
Alexa, cut that fucking music.
He barely walked.
Steven Flo looks gaunt. He looks terrified. He looks stressed out.
Listen here, Mr. Flo. I know we've had our differences, and I did ask of you a favor. And that was to bring your buddy Cocaine to the ring. Now, yeah, follow bouncing ball, you dumbasses. Now, you've been fighting me and arguing with me and giving me agita. All right? Now, did you bring him here today?
What about it? Where is he, Steven? Steven bowing up.
I already told your ass.
Yeah, he told you.
I didn't come here to watch him tonight.
You didn't come here for that, bitch. Hey, you can't.
I told you to do what I asked. And you didn't do it.
You gotta stop poking him.
Fucking moron, just like that fucking asshole Cocaine.
Stop poking him, man.
Piece of shit.
Oh my god.
People know you're a piece of shit, and you ain't got no fucking balls. Gabish?
There's only so much a man can take, Joe.
Oh, Stephen Flo! Not gonna take it anymore!
Motherfucker.
Stand up for yourself, kid!
Yeah. I mean, he did it last time.
Just fucking did, buddy.
Oh, no. Well, we know Vito, his history, his connections, how much of a badass he is. Did Stephen Flo sign his own death
Oh.
Oh, Vito! The man's hurt! He's
Damn.
cleared to compete! And Vito just dropped Stephen Flo, spear on his head!
That doesn't matter.
Oh, this is a public mugging! It's an execution! Stop it, damn it!
No,
This
Vito!
kid...
Vito!
What the fuck?
No! You fucking...
I should have realized that he wasn't really gonna have a grand entrance. I should have realized that Vince wasn't gonna have a grand entrance of like, oh my god, let's play the investors' music. Yeah, that's very typical Vince Russo. It'd be like, yo, get the fuck off him. Very typical. Good job.
Serious? What are you doing, man? I told you none of that thug shit. Get in the corner.
Get in the corner.
Fucking shit! Vince Russo's in JCW Lunacy!
How we're gonna do things here. Calm down. Get in the corner. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Vince Russo. Oh, that's music to my ears. Thank you. I'm the one who put the attitude in the Attitude Era.
He sounds like he's giving an acceptance speech. He sounds like he's giving an acceptance speech to like the class.
And I am the new investor of JCW.
My God.
Seriously, how much money you have? Like, can I get the scoop of how many zeros Vince Russo has?
You guys can boo me all you want because it was Joe who called me. Because Joe and I, we go back 25 years.
I'm guessing Joe is Violent J. I'm guessing it's that is Joe.
I brought Joe into WWE, and I brought Joe.
Wow. Fucking ad.
Blockchain, crypto.
Joe into WCW.
Oh, okay. We're using real names now.
And Joe called because he said, Vince, I need a favor. I want to bring JCW to the next level. And I said, Joe, you know what? You juggalos are great, but we gotta go beyond the juggalos. We've got to take JCW to the world.
And honestly, I'm going to be very, very honest. If it wasn't for the, I guess, conversation online on Twitter in the wrestling community, I would have never known that JCW was a thing. Like, I'm going to be very honest. I didn't know that JCW was around for so long until the talk about it and Vince Russo being the investor and Vince Russo hyping it up, everyone else hyping it up and whatnot. And then we started watching JCW Lunacy right here on the Square Circle podcast as reactions and just, overall thoughts. And I think that it definitely helped. It definitely did, because sometimes it gets a little weird now to talk about wrestling, because if you're not praising like one company, you're basically, people feel like you're against that company and whatnot. Um, you know, I think also we are so much like wrestling fatigued that when JCW comes along or like an MOW comes along, those are very fun shows. WWE just feels like sometimes it's going through the motions of like the highs and lows, and we'll just follow the ride where it goes kind of deal. And AEW is just AEW. AEW is not changing. But I do think that there's a lot of wrestling to consume, a lot of wrestling to talk about. Doesn't seem like no one's really slowing down, but I do have to agree with Russo that it's time to take JCW, I guess I want to say around the world, but like, just make it global. Make it so that people know that JCW is here, and that if you're brand new to the product, you can definitely watch it. Like, there shouldn't be like a problem with it. Like I've said before, they are very fun entertainment episodes. Most of the stuff I'm laughing at, you might not find it funny, but I find it funny, the way that the mannerism is, the timing and stuff like that, the dry humor. Like Big Vito has like a lot of dry humor that's like shouldn't really necessarily work, but dry humor can be funny depending on who you're with. I did agree with Barnabas, who is the leader of the Outbreak, that on like one of his posts and whatnot, like, you do get to feel that all these guys love what they're doing. You know, that's why I ended up shutting off the Twitter live stream experience, only because all the voices in my head like took over about anything negative people would say and whatnot. And I really look forward to reading people's like live comments, so it could be like a live interaction of the reactions rather than just reacting on my own and talking into the camera. But we all got to get used to that. But Twitter, because of all the um I guess bad shit that has happened over the last 6 years, the voices in my head sort of won. But we did very well over there on the viewership of sides. But yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to talk about that before Vince Russo continues. But I am in an agreement that JCW should have a little bit more exposure than what it previously had. And Vince Russo does bring exposure no matter what, no matter if you like him, hate him, whatever the case. You don't always have to agree with the person. You could just simply be like, oh, I like this, but all this other stuff I don't like. That's totally fine. You could do that too. You could also do it respectfully too. You guys don't have to curse up a storm and like throw out all the buzzwords and throw out all the name calling stuff like that. That doesn't help anything. That doesn't really do anything. But let's let Vince continue.
So what that means is there's gonna be some drastic changes around here. And those changes are gonna start at the bottom all the way to the top. And you know what? There's going to be risks involved, and you beloved juggalos might not like some of the decisions I make. But guess what? Tough shit. So I would recommend next week, tune in. The show begins. Same Juggalo time, same Juggalo channel. Bye-bye.
Holy shit! Vince Russo is the investor of JCW Lunacy! What does it mean for this program? What does it mean for all of us? What's it gonna be like next week?
Oh my god. Okay. So that was a very good episode. The investor being Vince Russo. Like I said, Vince Russo sounded like he was speaking in front of a class to get like an acceptance award. But yeah, overall funny, uh, good matches. Uh, everybody's a character. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. And I just want to quickly say thank you guys so much for tuning in over on the Twitter side and also on the YouTube side.